welcome to Geeky Girls Knit. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash, a bit weird.
Welcome to the show. Today is 12/12/12.
Yep.
If we had recorded this at 12/12/12 p.m., we would have had 12/12/12/12/12/12.
Sure.
But it's not 12/12/12 p.m. It's 2:13 p.m. But it's still 12/12/12.
Yes.
Yes. And this is episode not 12, 16. Yes. Welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and a big hello to any new viewers that are with us today. We're glad to have you, and I think we're ready to get started. Yep, here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
While I knock things over.
I don't have anything on my needles right now.
There was a ball of yarn on your needles.
But I'm not knitting anything right now.
What are you about to knit?
A headband.
What's it called?
Starstruck headband. On US 7s. In my leftover yarn from my gloves.
Which are finished. We'll show those in the next segment. So, this is the Starstruck headband?
Yes.
And you're about to cast it on?
Yes.
So for now, you just have a ball of yarn on your needles?
Not anymore.
Okay. Anything else on your needles?
Nope.
Okay. It's been kind of a crazy week. So, I still have my All the Shades of Truth on the needles. I'm dropping everything. So, I didn't work on this a lot this week because I was working on a secret project, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I did get the green and the light pink, and now I'm working on this pink butterfly. So, I have to do 32 rows of this, and I've done 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I will get back out the dark maroon, the Valentine, and do, I think it's a 10-row segment, and then the special border bind off. And then I will be ready to pick up stitches along both long ends and do the border. And I will be done. I'm like at 90% right now. And ready to be done with it. It's heavy. I didn't take a picture of it this week. I forgot. Sorry. So I will try to, I'm going to try to finish it this week. We'll see. And if so, I'll make sure and photograph it so that y'all can see the full thing, since it just does not fit in this video very well. So, that's on my needles. The other thing I have on my needles, like I said, is a secret project. It is about 55 to 60% done. I saw something moving and I was like, what is it? It was my needles. Oops. It's about 55 to 60% done. I'm trying to think how much I can say about it. The Whovians that watch our show will like it because it is Whovian related. However, if you are not a Whovian, it's still a cool pattern. And you could knit it and just pretend like it's not Whovian related because...
Well, it's a little bit Whovian related.
It's a subtle nod.
Very subtle.
But it still is a subtle nod. In two respects.
Yes.
So, it could be a really neat, subtle nod to Doctor Who. What did you say?
I said very subtle.
It's cool though, isn't it?
Yes.
So one of these days I'll get to show you. That's all I have on the needles. Because I'm done with Christmas knitting. Ready to wrap it. Alright. And I don't know what's going on my needles after this stuff is done. We'll have to see. Do you know what you're going to put on your needles next after this?
Nope.
Okay, then. It's been a crazy week. All right. Are we ready to move on?
Yep.
All right, let's move on.
Now we're going to talk about our finished projects. I have my gloves.
Yay! They're beautiful. Here, let's hold them up close. Wait, which way am I going? This way. Tell us what they are.
Susie Rogers reading mitts on US 5s in Pagewood Farms Swagger Light Army Girl.
And do you love them?
Yes.
She does. She's been wearing them almost every day. They're cool. And she's gotten lots of compliments on them when she's worn them out. Very cool. I'm proud of you. Yay, Mare. Okay, here is my one finished item for this week. This was the last Christmas gift on my list to knit. This is the Bat Hat by Monica Galson, maybe? Something like that. It's free on Ravelry. We'll link to it. This was done on US 4s, 3.5 millimeters. The teal turquoisey color is I Love This Yarn in Peacock, and the maroon is Vanna's Choice in Cranberry. It was leftover yarns from other stuff. So, there are the bats. And it goes all the way around with like an X on top. I'm not sure if that's supposed to symbolize something. X marks the spot. So this is for my niece Lola, who will be getting the bat hat with the Flippy the Bats that I showed last week, and the Stella Luna book. And I photographed everything. Damaris helped me do that over the weekend after we blocked everything, and now everything's ready to wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to kick you out for part of it, though. You can help me wrap. But then I have to kick you out.
I thought The Hobbit was my Christmas present.
It's part of it.
Thought you said it was.
No, it's part of it. You know,
I've been misinformed.
You know, a certain someone puts stuff in your stocking, too.
Jeff?
No. Cabin pressure?
No, Doctor Who.
Jeff. Oh, Jeff.
Santa Claus, or, as the doctors always known him, Jeff.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. Took me a second there.
Jeff.
Jeff. Yes, Jeff is going to put stuff in your stocking.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want it, I'll take it. You'll really like it, though.
Is it Doctor Who?
I don't know. I'm not telling.
But you have it. How can you not know what it is?
I forgot. Alright, so those are our foes.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, here we go. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show. Yamies! Yes?
Yes.
We love Yamies. I love Yamies. Damaris lets me talk about them. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to call it something else. I like Yamies. So, my favorite Yummy for the week is my Chromebook is home from the repair shop. We had a minor issue with it, and thankfully it was under warranty. And so we got it, and it's back, and I know Russ is glad to have his computer back because I kept stealing his while mine was in the shop.
Yep.
It's home, and it works great, and I love it. We have been like on Doctor Who Marathon Mania I was going to say this last week, but really the last
month. Well,
no, it's not even been a month. It's been like 2.5 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
Because we're already well, Damaris has already seen all these, you know this. But I'm on series 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
I watched The Black Spot last night.
Curse of the Black Spot.
Yeah. So...
And green singing shark in an evening gown.
Yes, it made me laugh when it said that, because you had just said it before you went to bed.
Yo ho ho!
Yes.
Or does nobody actually say that?
Yeah. So, we're watching. Try to get me caught up before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. We will get caught up before Christmas.
Yeah. And we got to watch A Christmas Carol, which you hadn't seen yet.
Yes, because Netflix doesn't have it.
But Amazon Prime does.
Yeah.
So we watched it. And we also got to watch some behind-the-scenes stuff that you had never seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool. So we're prepping for Christmas. The snowmen. What about you this week? This is the aforementioned late birthday present. Tell us what it is.
It's a needle cozy that has doctors on it.
Okay, so this is from Slip Stitch Studio. It's left over from her birthday gift from my mom and dad. So it's got snaps. And what do you do?
You put your needles in it.
Get them. So like when you have it on, when you have your project on it, this like protects the stitches from falling off.
I thought it was bigger, but I was wrong.
And
It's got a zipper pocket.
it's bigger on the inside. So this matches your
My bag.
project bag and your
Pattern wallet.
pattern wallet that she got, and then all those other little goodies she got from Slip Stitch Studios for her birthday. What else? Now we have some kind of joint yummies.
Hobbits.
It's reflecting. Let's try it this way. Ah, there we go. 1 day, 21 hours, 31 minutes, 58 seconds until the Hobbit. That's part of Damaris's birthday.
I didn't know I was born on Christmas.
No, Christmas present. And where else are we going?
We're going to have second breakfast at Denny's.
Yay, because they have Hobbit stuff. Hobbit breakfasts. So we're going to do that on Friday. We watched one of our favorite Christmas movies this past week.
The Polar Express.
Hot chocolate. Never ever let it cool. We like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is awesome. And we saw the Star Trek Into Darkness /
Cumberbatch
trailer this week.
He's evil.
Yes.
He's playing an evil guy, and we don't know who it is, but we think it's Khan, because it probably is.
Yeah, that's who it's rumored to be, is Khan.
Khan!
So,
Khan!
so this is coming out May 17th, 2013. But this week they released a trailer that...
Actually, it was last week. It was last week.
Well, I mean, but in the last week since we recorded.
Oh. Yes.
In the 7 days since we've recorded, it came out, the trailer. And Benedict narrates the trailer.
Yes.
It was really good. So, I'll put it in the show notes so that you can see the trailer.
Put the Japanese one, too.
I'll have to find it again. I just saved the regular one. So there's the same trailer with like an additional like 3 seconds of...
No. 6 seconds.
6 seconds of clip in the Japanese trailer with subtitles.
The subtitles are funny.
So, yeah, I'll try to find that again and put that one in the show notes too.
But it just has an extra clip, so...
An extra clip. That's the extra clip, isn't it?
What?
Of his hand? Isn't that the extra clip?
Yes. I think.
I think so too.
I think it's his hand. I'm pretty sure it's his hand. I know his hand when I see his hand.
Yeah. So, we miss Benedict.
We are going slightly crazy because Sherlock Series 3 is not filming until March.
However, new episodes of Cabin Pressure in January.
Yes, and I figured out a way that you can listen to it live even if you live in America.
Yay.
So we're going to do that on January 9th.
Yes. So we'll get some Benedict then. We also watched some YouTube videos of Benedict this week.
Yes.
Of Benedict and Matt Smith.
Presenting Stephen Moffat with his BAFTA.
It sounds like something you needed to use in the bathtub.
What?
On my BAFTA mat.
No, a BAFTA is an award.
Yes, I know it is. It just sounds like something you would like use. It's like a BAFTA mitt or something. To exfoliate.
Exfoliate, exfoliate. You will be exfoliated. That's not even a word.
Yes, it is.
Exfoliated isn't a word.
You could say, I exfoliated.
I don't even know what it means.
We miss Benedict a lot.
Come back.
Come back to us.
We need you in Sherlock now.
I think that's everything. Do you have anything else yummy?
No.
I'm writing down Cabin Pressure so I remember to put it in the show notes. When's it? January what?
9th.
So, there we go. That's our yummies for this week. Yummy!
And now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching.
A lot.
Yeah.
We watched way too much TV.
I'm reading Warhorse by Michael Morpurgo.
Morpurgo, I guess? Because we watched the movie.
Yes.
Which is different because typically if we're going to watch a movie of a book, we read the book first and then watch the movie.
Yes, but it had Cumberbatch and Hiddleston in it, so I said we need to watch it.
So we did. It was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. I read this week a book called Rain Dance by Joy DeCock. I guess is how you say her name. And it was a fiction book, but it was about the relationship between two women, one who is going through infertility and the other who is dealing with having had an abortion, and their relationship and how they became friends even despite their differences in beliefs, and then lots of things happened. But it was a pretty good book. I didn't know if I'd be able to handle reading it, having gone through infertility issues myself, but it was actually a pretty good book, so it's on Amazon if you are interested in it. Alright, I guess we're ready for TV. All my 12 gazillion notes again. So Arrow. Now this cracked me up. Russ does not watch Arrow with us because he works on Wednesday nights, and that's when it's on. So he's been watching the podcast since the beginning, and we talk about Arrow like almost every week. And he just realized when he was watching the last podcast that we've been watching Arrow without him. It kind of made me laugh. So we'll have to get it on streaming or something and let him catch up with us. So this week's episode was more of Oliver and Helena's story. He tells her about like the shipwreck and
I don't remember what happened.
The island and everything, and that he's Green Arrow, and Diggle gets mad at him about it. And then Walter is finding out more information. He finds a book with all the names. and everything, and this image that relates to the names. So, and then we've got the whole Tommy, Laurel, Oliver thing with Tommy and Laurel dating now, and Oliver, though, I think is still in love with Laurel. I think they'll get back together. And then Helena tried to kill her dad, and Oliver stopped her, and all those things. So the new episode tonight is the mid-season finale. So after tonight, I guess it won't be back till the new year, maybe. So, all right, we have Person of Interest, which was a pretty good episode this week.
About interesting people.
Yes, they are interesting people. So this week's episode focused on the issues with HR and Fusco's undercover dealings with it, but now HR is out to get Fusco because they're suspecting something.
Human Resources?
That's the name of the group, this bad group.
Oh. I thought it stood for Human Resources.
It does. I'm just telling you what it is. The part about somebody's number was this ball player from Cuba, and he came to the United States, and he's trying to get his wife and son to the United States, and so that was kind of the other storyline for the week. But the HR thing was kind of the primary thing. Do you remember Elementary?
A bit.
Sherlock was sick
Yes.
and trying to pretend like he was well anyway. Okay, this is the one where the professor was killed. He was shot in the eyes. And then it turned out that he had hired somebody to kill him because he was dying of cancer and knew his wife, or I guess she wasn't technically his wife, because he was like, I don't know, there was immigration stuff and everything, but she had been having an affair with his teaching assistant, so he framed his teaching assistant for murdering him, and then his wife, whatever, was going to get sent back, deported, but they helped her. But then we also got a little bit more of Watson's story with her ex calling her, and we thought at first it was a client, but it turns out it was her ex, and he is in trouble again, and she helps him out of the hit and run issue, which he really didn't do, but he says he's going to go to rehab, and so she's waiting for him at rehab, and he never shows, but Sherlock shows up and sits with her, and that was so sweet. I thought it was, because she was like, it's okay, you don't have to be here, and he said, no, this is where I need to be. I thought it was precious.
You think everything's precious.
I was like, aww, he really does love her. And that kind of like friendship kind of thing. Alright, we're getting closer to the end of Fringe. There's not that many new episodes left. I think maybe 4 or 5 left. But this week's episode was pretty emotional as they worked to get Peter to remove the observer technology. So, Walter tried to get him to remove it, and he wouldn't. And finally, at the end, Olivia's talking to him again, and she talks to him about that the technology is becoming permanent, about to become permanent in him, and even though the observers killed Etta, they can't take away the love that they all shared, and that's what makes them different from the observers. Their emotions are their strength, whereas the observers don't have emotions. So he finally agrees to remove the technology, and one of the cool parts of the show was, I totally love the part where she MacGyvered a gun. Do you remember that part where she did?
I didn't watch it. I went to bed.
Oh, I forgot. I thought you watched it with me. So she, like, gets captured, and she, like, MacGyvers a gun out of a hose and air pressure and uses the bullet that Edda always wore on the necklace and puts it in, and it, like, she turns the air pressure on and it shoots the bullet out and kills the guy who is trying to turn her in for bounty money. So I was like, oh, that's totally a MacGyver thing. Except for MacGyver doesn't like guns, but she totally MacGyvered it. I thought that was pretty cool. And then the other show this week was NCIS.
It was pretty much just comic relief.
Oh, it was funny. This is probably one of the funniest episodes they've done. So it all was pertaining to Gibbs and Fornell, who is an agent with the FBI, and their ex-wife, because they've both been married to Diane. Gibbs first, and then Fornell. And she's like undercover as an agent with the IRS, but they don't know that, and somebody tries to kill Fornell, and so they're going through this whole thing trying to figure out what's going on. Best part of the show, hands down, was when Gibbs, in order to save Diane's life because she had been caught as being an IRS agent by the bad guy, he proposes to her in front of this whole wedding that they had snuck into to try to catch the guy. Funniest moment of the show, hands down. The fake proposal, which was actually how he had really proposed to her originally. Most touching part of the episode, and I don't know who else caught this. I'll be interested to see if anybody else caught this. At the end of the episode, when Gibbs is in his basement
making his boat that will never be finished.
No, he finished it. He finished one, and then he started another one.
Oh.
So Diane comes into the basement. Gibbs is wearing a sweatshirt, an old sweatshirt. It's got holes in it and everything, but it had painted on it Papa with little kid's handprint. And I'm guessing that it was something his daughter made for him before she was killed, when his wife and daughter were killed. And I was like, oh, it was really touching that he was wearing that, and what he said about that he does have family, he does have someone. Because Diane was telling him he needed to have someone in his life, and he was saying, I do have someone. I have my NCIS family. Because they really are more like family than co-workers. That was the TV this week. There was a lot. But it's all starting to kind of wind down for the holidays, since Christmas is
not that far away.
Today's the 12th, so 13 days away. So, 2 weeks from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's TV. That's what we're watching.
Yep.
Alrighty, on to the next segment. And it's now trivia time. Yep. Okay, so I don't know if the question was harder this week or if not as many people got a chance to try to figure it out or what, because we only had 4 people this week get it correctly. Enid, Iggy Star, 4 Peanuts, and Jordy Bear 614. So the question last week was name the movie and the 2 characters that have this dialogue exchange. Person number 1 said, that's the problem with girls. You can't carry a map in your head.
Person number 2 said that's because our heads have something in them.
So this was from the Chronicles of Narnia Prince Caspian movie.
From 2008.
Yes. Person number 1 was Peter.
Yep. Person number 2 was Lucy.
Yes. Damaris loves Lucy. That's her favorite.
I am Lucy.
So, alright, so here is the question for this week. We've got this week's question, and then a question next week on the 19th, and then we will announce our winner on the 26th. So, you still have 2 weeks to get entries. So, the question this week, we need you to name the show, the episode, and who says this following quote. You ready?
Come on, we're boys, and you know what boys say in the face of danger.
What?
Mummy.
Here it is again.
Come on, we're boys, and you know what boys say in the face of danger.
What?
Mummy.
So we need to know what show that's from, what episode, and who says it.
The two people that say it.
Yeah, we're mainly concerned about who said the bulk of it, but there is somebody who said the what line. If you know it, that's great. If not, if you get everything else, we'll give you credit. So, if you know the answer, email it to us or send it to me on Ravelry in a private message. And if we don't get back with you within 24 hours, send it again, because you know how technology can be sometimes. And that way we can get you entered in the giveaway, because not much longer left. I think we're up to about 20 entries right now, so you have a pretty good shot at winning. So, enter now. And that's a wrap for Geeky Girls Knit episode 16. We're a little bit shorter today than normal. Partially because I couldn't show you one of my projects. Partially because we went faster through the TV because I didn't want it to drag on too long for y'all. So, some reminders. We're still doing the 100 members in the Ravelry group giveaway. I added a little extra thing to it where if you refer somebody to the group and they join and they're the one that wins, you as the referrer will also get a prize. So, more details on that in the Ravelry group. You can find our show notes on our website, Geeky Girls Knit, GeekyGirlsKnit.blogspot.com. That's where we have links to everything else. iTunes, YouTube, Blip TV.
You get it.
Twitter, Facebook, Ravelry. I think that's all. Email. So that's where you can find us and find ways to connect with us. We hope y'all have a great week. If you're still working on your Christmas knitting, we wish you much success and no frogging required. And that's about it. Happy knitting. We'll see you next week. Peace.